Am I the asshole for telling my wife she can't cook? I 29 male have been with my wife 28 female for 8 years, and meals are just about the only place of contention in our marriage, but I'm scared she's going to kill someone one day. We split the cooking in our house 50-50ths, but when she cooks I feel like I have to watch her like a hawk. She undercooks just about everything, especially meat, and no matter how many times I try to politely correct her, she claims I'm being picky. For example, every time she makes rice, I just can't convince her it's 1 part rice 2 parts water. She always says, "Are you sure? That seems like a lot of water, or maybe that's how you like it, but I don't want it so mushy." The package and Google won't convince her either, and I just swallow my pride and eat the crunchy rice every time. It's like that with everything: pasta, veggies, bread, meat. The thing is, I wouldn't care so much if it was just me, but she always wants to cook for our friends. She really prides herself on her cooking and wants to make everything herself. I just trail behind her, trying to make sure it's all edible, but there's usually a few dishes that end up drastically oversalted or undercooked. Our friends will politely eat, but I noticed they've been coming to fewer and fewer invitations for dinner. Things all came to a head the other night when she went to put some chicken in the oven as I was hopping in the shower. When I came out, she had pulled the chicken out and said dinner was ready. I was skeptical and told her that it had only been like 10 minutes. She said she pan-seared it first so it was fine, but when I came to look, the sides were literally pink. I snapped a little and told her she's going to kill someone one day from serving them raw meat. Can't you see that it's pink? That's food safety number 1. She said she thought it was done, and it's not her fault. Her mother never showed her how to cook chicken growing up. I then told her, well, you're almost 30. That's no excuse for not knowing how to cook at all. Needless to say, she was pretty upset with me, and I probably could have been nicer. But I've been nice about it for 8 years and nothing has changed. Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole for allowing my cat to sleep next to me while my boyfriend is over? I, 24 female, have a cat who is very important to me. Every night he sleeps next to me. I sleep on my side and he sleeps against my chest. My boyfriend, 27 male, hates this and even says if he wakes up and sees me holding him, he will leave in the morning without any goodbyes or waking me up. He says if he wants to sleep alone, he can do that at his house, and he's here to sleep with me. So I try to hold him, my boyfriend, as much as I can while we are sleeping, but he sleeps facing the way. I usually roll over to sleep the other way eventually. My cat will sleep next to me, whether I'm facing my boyfriend, so laying against my back, or I face him when I roll over. Out of respect for my boyfriend, I don't cuddle him while he's here, but I still let him sleep next to me. Last night, my boyfriend woke me up saying he couldn't fall asleep, so I scooted up next to him so he could hold me. This woke up my cat, who moved with me and laid next to me. I did not cuddle up with my cat because I know how he feels, but I allowed him to lay next to me. This infuriated my boyfriend, who told me and my cat to go F yourself, collected his stuff and had me drive him to his car at 3:30 a.m. He didn't say goodbye, did not respond to my I love yous, and I have not heard from him since. Am I the asshole? I truly don't understand why this is so upsetting to him. Edit. Many comments are asking if he is allergic or not a cat person. He is not allergic, and he says and appears to be a cat person. He loves them, they are his favorite pet. He just doesn't want me to hold him while we are sleeping, because I should be giving my attention to him and not my cat while we are together. Edit 2. He did not make me drive him to his car, I just didn't want him to walk that far that late at night. That was fully my decision.
Am I the asshole for not watching my nieces? I 22 male have recently moved closer to my siblings. I have 2 sisters, one with 3 kids and the other with 2. Before I officially moved, I had told my sisters that I am not a babysitter, as I knew they would try to guilt trip me because I had been so far away from them for 5 years. Picking them up from school and the occasional hangout at my place is fine with me, but I don't want watching them to become a normal occasion, as I have my own life and things to worry about. Now, I love my nieces and nephews and, when I was in high school, would watch them from time to time. But now that I'm older, I want to worry about my own life and not have to constantly be the family babysitter. Apparently, I wasn't clear enough, as last weekend my sister, let's call her Anna, and her husband wanted to go out with friends from work. So, she called me to babysit while they went out. I was particularly exhausted from work that night, so I declined because I just wanted to take a shower and go to bed. Plus, I know this particular sister wouldn't be home till 1 or 2 a.m. She has always loved to party and never wants it to end. What I was not expecting was one of the biggest arguments between Anna and me. She called me selfish for not helping her out and claiming that I didn't want to see her kids. I wasn't exactly an angel myself in my response, I won't lie. She quickly involved my mom, who told me that Anna would do the same for me and that I should just do it as it wouldn't hurt me. I was pretty annoyed at this point and reminded both of them that I said that I was not a babysitter before turning off my phone and going to bed. My mom and some of my friends still think I was overacting, and one suggested that I take it here. So, am I the asshole for not watching my nieces even though I clearly told my sisters that I am not a babysitter? Should I have just toughed it out to avoid all this drama? At this point, I don't know.
Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend I won't be helping his daughter with anything anymore? So I, 30 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 28 male, for 3 years now. He has 2 daughters from a previous relationship from his country, but currently only his older daughter, I'll call her Isabel, is here. When I found out he had kids, it didn't bother me. It bothered my family that I would date a man with children, but I said I can't change that he already has children. I've treated Isabel like my own child the entire time we have been dating. Fast forward to the other night. It was pushing 12 a.m. and I told Isabel she should be in bed because she has school in the morning. I also told her it's not good that she be on the tablet all the time, as it will hurt your eyes. I also told her to turn off all electronics and read a book to wind down. She is 8. She said, "You're not my mom." She even said, "I want to go back to our country and be with my real mom, not someone playing mommy." I've done more for her than her mom has done for her in the 3 years I've known her. I broke down crying at the table after she said that, and my boyfriend yelled at her to go to her room after she apologized to me for making me cry. Her apology was empty. I could tell by her voice and the way she said it. I cried to my boyfriend that everything I've done was a joke to her. I helped get her into a nice school with multilingual language studies. She speaks primarily Spanish and learns English, but I want her to keep what she already knows for Spanish, so it's a multilingual school. I fix her hair for her. I read with her, help her with homework, even taught her how to ride a bike. All things her own biological mom didn't do since she abandoned her on her boyfriend's doorstep when Isabel was born. I feel like Isabel might be resenting me or thinks I'm keeping her dad away from her, because we live far and we both work a lot. I'm not sure. But I told my boyfriend that that night was the last straw and I will not be helping his daughter with anything anymore. I'm not her mom anyway, even though I've been filling in for her real mom. Did I go too far? My boyfriend says that she's just a little girl, so she doesn't know what she's saying. I think she's old enough to understand that her dad has a new girlfriend who has been helping her a lot, at least. I've always loved Isabel like my own child, but after that night, I feel like if she wants to go back to her real mom, who abandoned her, then go ahead. Am I an asshole? I really feel like I'm being one, because in my heart I love my boyfriend and I love his daughters. But what Isabel said really hurt me.
Am I the asshole for being mad at my GF because she fell asleep during sex? The title might sound bad, but just hear me out. I, 25 male, was staying the night at my 23 female GF's house. We mostly just cuddled on the couch and ate popcorn while watching a scary movie. After the movie ended, we went upstairs to her bedroom to participate in unholy activities. After I had put the condom on, she began riding me. And after a while of that, we switched positions and she was on the bottom and I was on top. I kinda got lost in the moment, and when I snapped back to reality, I noticed that my GF was completely dead to the world. Me, being surprised, woke her up gently, and when I did, she got very angry and lashed out at me, saying things like she hated me for waking her up and she wanted me to go away. I just walked downstairs and slept on the couch to give her some space. And when I woke up next at like 3 a.m. I saw her getting a drink of water, and I asked her if she was feeling better, and she screamed in fear at the top of her lungs and yelled at me, saying that when she told me to go away she meant leave the whole house entirely. So then she started rushing me out of her house, and I was super shocked and weirded out and tired and not wanting to drive all the way back home because I live like 2 hours away from her house. But she was not kidding this time, so I grabbed all my stuff and drove 2 hours back home. And when I got back it was around 5 or 6 a.m, so I only got like 2 hours of sleep before I had to go to work. And when I woke up and started getting ready, I got a text from my GF asking where I was and why I had left. I was just in so much shock and anger that I called her right away and told her everything about last night. And she said that she had no idea what I was talking about. I could easily tell that she was gaslighting me, and I immediately said, "We're done," and I hung up. She then went on to text me some more, saying things like, "Why did you break up with me?" and I'm so confused I eventually just blocked her number and went on with my life. So am I the asshole for breaking up with my GF over this?